Welcome back, and this is part three of the HTML editing or HTML editor series of the WordPress. So, in the previous video, we had a look at styling and moving around our content in our text section of our pages, and you can actually do this the same in your post as well. So, we touched based on how we can use this to our benefit. And I want to finish off and wrap this up with some little bit more tricks that I can show you that you can play around with to get what you want. Um, and that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to go and play around with that a bit. So when we go back to our edit section, our text section, you can see that we have our gallery right here at the top, which displays over here. So currently, I don't really like that. I want it to look a bit better than that. So I'm gonna go and style this a bit, right? So we can go and put it in a paragraph like I showed you. Let's just update that and see if it actually works. Yeah, it's working great. Okay, now I'm gonna put it in a div. When it gets to, styling anything or using the correct HTML, you would always use divs. And there's a lot of ways to use divs, and so you got to make sure that you use the div in the right way. So I'm gonna add a style to this div. And in this style, I'm gonna go padding 10 px, and I'm going to say float to the right, and then let's add a background color, and we're gonna make it, let's see what that is. Once that has been updated, we press reload. You will see that my gallery is doing quite some weird stuff at the moment. So we need to go and style this around so that we can make sure that only this gallery gets affected and not this gallery over here. And that is where it gets pretty tricky to actually get that working. So when we go back to our edit style, we said padding 10, float to the right, and we said background color, that specific color. So if we go away and we remove float and we hit update, see what happens. Now you can see that our gallery has got a background color, and it's moving nearly as to what we wanted to do. So we have a basic, we can understand that well, once we style this section, this one will also automatically get styled, and that that affects our menu section and our heading section. But we're not going to worry about the heading section at the moment because we haven't covered menus and widgets yet. So when we style the text section or the heading section, I don't want you to worry about your actual menu item. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to finish this styling off, and I'm going to go and oh dear, pressed the wrong button. So I'm going to go and add in this paragraph, I'm going to say style, and I'm going to say float to the right. Okay, and we're going to hit update, and we're going to see if everything goes well, it will display on the right hand side. There we go. It's nearly what we want, but it's not quite what we want yet. So I'm going to go and remove this section right here, take this away, and let's see what happens if we add another div inside of that. You see, we are very limited when it comes to the actual styling of the header. So I'm just going to go and add a div, and inside of that div, I'm going to say style. I'm going to say, oh, that's wrong. Style, and in that we're going to say float to the right. And we just need to go ahead and close this div, right? Otherwise it's going to be broken. We're going to hit update. We're going to see what happens right now. Okay, we have exactly the same response. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make the the height of the original div, we're going to make a bit bigger. So we're going to say height. I'm going to make it 50px. I'm going to hit update. Everything goes well. It should look a bit better. There we go. It's nearly the height is a bit too much. I'm just going to bring that down to 30, just so that we can have, you know, a nice thing going here. So that looks a bit better, but if you can see that you know, the gallery is way too much to the right hand side, so I want to move it in a bit. So what we can do is, instead of just saying padding 10, we can go and work on a sequence of the following. Padding works in 4 sequences. You get padding top, left, and bottom and right. So currently it says for the top we've got 10. So the bottom, for the left, we're going to leave it 0 because we're working on the right hand side. Bottom we can also make 10, and right we want to make 20. I'm going to hit update. See what happens. Go back, and we're going to make that padding just a bit more. So I'm just going to make this 0. We're going to add a 0px there as well. Sometimes it can interfere with the way it's rendering. Okay, and we're going to make bottom right, the last one, we're going to make a bit more. See what happens if we do that. So do you see that, you know, it's all about playing around to get what you want? And for now I can see that this is not working, and this can probably be because of an inline styling. You get limited with inline styling quite badly. So that can also be why we can't get this to work, right? There we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and change the background color also to 666. And I'm going to add a color of white as well. I'm going to hit update. Everything should go well. It will look the same. There we go. It looks the same as what we have. So there's a basic styling, and this is what I wanted to show you in part 3. You don't need to worry about the top section over here where, you know, you can see that your gallery has been affected. You don't need to worry about it because we haven't went and configured the menu section yet. And this is basically how you would play around in styling your HTML inside of WordPress. So I want you to know that, you know, when editing WordPress, you would probably, you know, start editing it in the page section, which text section, and that's basically what we've did in this past 3 videos.